Okay? You will see that there is small names here. This is the characteristics of the department. Okay? This is source. Source is the guy that come up with the idea. He's the owner. I one day wake up and I say, hey, I have an idea. I want to be a trainer. Good, I'm the source. Okay? Immediately after that, you go into existence. What does it mean? You put a company in existence. You set up a company. So what will you have here? You have legal. You have PR. You will see later why PR and legal is together. Okay? So you start now and you've got a company, and the next thing that happens, you start to produce. You say, okay, let me produce. Let me sell something. Now let's see, what am I doing now? Let me produce. You start to produce. This is the CEO. He is starting to improve the conditions. Okay? You are alone still. Okay? You start to produce, and very quickly you need to get someone else to help you. As a subcontractor or someone that works for you. So you hire someone. You hire and train him. The moment that you start to hire and train him, you start to communicate with the other entities. And you need to make sure that you know what's happening. So you've got inspection and reports. So now the next thing is you start to sell major deals. But you start to sell to existing customers. Now, how the hell existing customers? We just started the company. Existing customers is people that trust you. So you usually start to sell to friends and family. You find your son and you say, hey, come on, let me sell you something. Or your mother, yeah? Or someone that you know. So you start to market to someone that you know, that trusts you, and you sell. Okay? So here we sell, we market and sell. Immediately after we market and sell, we should collect money. That's treasury. So let's look at this in terms of the characteristics. So here you have recognition. So you have existence, the company is there. Someone recognized, ooh, there is someone here. There's a company. Okay, good. So you continue and you start to communicate with these people, like internal and external, suppliers, possible customers, employees, the IRS, the SHMIRS, etc. You communicate, okay? And then once you communicate, what's happened when you communicate? You can perceive. There's some kind of perception. Okay? Make sense?
Yes.
Good. So now, once you start to, people start to perceive, you can orient them. You start to market. When you market, when you start to talk to people, all you're trying to do is to orient them in regards to what you're producing. What is your product? You orient them, and they start to understand, and they say, oh, that's interesting. Understanding. And then they have enlightenment. They say, oh, I want it. So they buy from you. The moment that they buy from you, they pay you. Energy. That's the treasury. They give you money, energy. Because they give you money, you can now start to adjust the body. You can adjust your organization, and you build the body. And now you need to deliver. They give you money, you need to deliver. I know that many people first deliver and then take money. Incorrect. You first take money and then you deliver. If you first deliver and then take money, you will have problems sooner or later. As good as it looks. Yeah. As much money as you sell, if you first deliver and then collect the money, sooner or later you have a problem. Why? It's out of exchange. Yes? Yes. And then, so now you go to deliver. How you deliver? You first of all predict. How am I going to do that? How am I going to deliver? You predict. Good. You start to do the activity that result in the production. Now, as soon as you deliver, there is problems. So you need to correct. What do you need to correct? You need to correct the organization and its product. So you first correct the machine, and then correct the product. Yes? So you first of all have validity. You check the product. Is it valid or not? Yes? This is where you have certificates and awards. You say, oh, this is a good product. Well done for your job. Blah, blah, blah. Then you enhance. the company, the machine, and then you correct the product. So you've got enhancement and correction. And then, once you have a corrected product, people start to hear about it. And what's happened? You start to get interest. People are interested. Oh, this is really nice. Huh? Interesting. Well, they're interested. You start to control them. Control equal income. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. You start to control them because you have knowledge and you took responsibility here. You took responsibility for what you're doing. You corrected. So you've got control. And what's happening? You get expansion. People come in and they say, we want your product. And what's happened? Because of that, immediately you go here, you need more people. So you hire more people. You market to more people. You sell them. They give you more money. You deliver. You need to even correct more. So you get even more people interested. And you have a machine. We do have. We do have. Wow. This is the beingness. This is the doingness. The correction is the doingness. The happiness is new clients.
Wow. That's just amazing. Wow.
And this division 7 is what is the player. This is the spirit. That's the spirit that controls this be to have, be to have.
And for each department, this is the
be to have also.
This is doingness.
No, being, doingness, havingness. Be to have, be to have, be to have, be to have. Spirit, mind, body, product. Spirit, mind, body.
Be to have. Be to have. Be to have.
Okay, so now we have a product. We have a product. Okay? This is a company that sells cars. So the product